Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about the design philosophy we have at Jaguar cars. It's inspired by Sir William Lyons, the founder of Jaguar, and his vision was quite simple. We design and build beautiful fast cars that create emotion and desire. And when we look at those great past Jaguars like the E-Type and Mark II and the original XJ, they all had very similar design traits, even though they were quite different to each other. And they had great stance, perfect proportions, beautiful flowing lines, clean, pure surfaces, and also they were very modern. In their day, they were a lot more modern than the competitors of their day. So it's exactly what we're trying to do now with the new modern Jaguars, with the XK, the XF, and now the all-new XJ, is to adhere to those same design principles, but in a very, very modern way. A lot of the influences behind the exterior and the interior design come from the yachting world. We have a lot of nautical influence in the way that the superstructure of the roof graphic there really looks like a cantilever over a super yacht. On the interior, we're influenced by Riva yachts that have this beautiful flowing line. The Riva boats from the 50s, the Italian ones. When you sit in the car, it just sets up this beautiful sort of vista. Your eye goes right to the front of the car and creates this great feeling of space. We always think great designs really needs really good clarity of intent, and the clarity in this car starts with this elongated teardrop graphic highlighted in bright polished aluminium. What this does is really gives a lot of length to the car, a lot of elegance. We didn't just want to build a bigger XF, we wanted it to be a car in its own right, and as an XJ have a lot of status at the top of the range of Jaguars. So that shape of graphic sets up the whole profile of the car, sweeping from the nose all the way down to the tail. Very sleek, very aerodynamic. It's the most aerodynamic Jaguar we've ever produced. That, with the combination of the great powertrains and the aluminium construction and panels, and aluminium chassis, create very low CO2 figures, really high, great economy figures, and also it's great for high-speed stability, because these are four-door sports cars basically. So coming from the nose, you've got very kind of formal upright front nose on the car, quite a large sort of deep set mesh grille, offset by very slim, slender, elegant headlamps that stretch right out to the sides of the car. This is again to accentuate that visual width. We want the front to look very confident and assertive. Coming up from the grille and the lamps, we've got the bonnet sculpture, Jaguar famous power bulge, coming up to the very fast windscreen, which is actually as fast a rake as the XK sports car and the XF. So it's very sleek shape, up to the panoramic glass roof, which is the first for Jaguar, bathes the interior in natural light. It really makes it a beautiful place to be. This actually opens up over the top of the car, so it saves interior space. So although we've got a very low, sleek-looking car, we've still got great space inside, in the front and the rear. Coming down the side here, very pure, clean surfaces, like I said, like those past great Jaguars, down to what we call the light catcher. Visually grounds the car, again gives a sense of movement and direction. Very large wheels and tyres, basically a sports car proportion is what we're talking about. The wheels and tyres to the body shape. Tightly wrapped around for the front overhang, so we've got a short front overhang and a longer rear overhang, a bit behind the wheels, and that gives a sense of visual movement even when the car's standing still. Nice attention to detail, obviously, with the lamps, side vents, door handles all the way back to the tail lamps. We really want everything to be very sleek, very elegant, very Jaguar. Then coming around to the back is very avant-garde design to the back. The wrap-around rear screen graphic again shows this floating roof concepts, because the first Jaguar XJ's very strong kind of powerful athletic body, and then a slim elegant cabin. That's what we're trying to achieve on that. The rear lamps, vertical rear lamps, the XF and the XK have horizontal wrapping around the car, but we wanted this to be unique to the XJ, so we went for vertical rear lamps like the first XJs. But we wanted to do something different, so we've wrapped them over to the top. They've got an interesting detail, the LED lights in the top of the lamp. On the rear, very clean surfaces again, and we just place a very large lever right in the centre, just to say we're a very high-end luxury goods brand, very high-end luxury manufacturer. Again, it's very simple kind of architecture. This sweeping ribbon of veneer. We've got about 9 different types of woods that you can choose from, carbon fibre or piano black. It's a very bespoke interior, and it's designed to take all different types of combinations. So there's the most choice we've ever offered for Jaguar. The dashboard is set very low, it gives a very sporty feel to the car. Like I said, it is a 4-door sports car if you want it to be. Jaguar's always had this duality, and especially in this XJ, it can be absolutely silent and serene driving through town. Or if you want it to be a sports car driving around the country lanes, you can put your foot down, you get a great engine note, and it feels tight and controlled like a sports car. And you really feel in that front cockpit like you are in a sporty car. So you have the low set dashboard, quite a high console between the seats, again because we always say for that control you want to feel like you're sitting in a Jaguar, not on top of it. Great attention to detailing, it's all about authenticity of material, so we've got twin stitched leather tops to the dashboard and the doors. The attention to detailing with the touch screen in the centre. We want the technology, there's so much technology in this car, but we want it to be not overpowering. We want it to be there when you want it. So there's a great large touch screen in the middle of the console. We've also got virtual dials in front of the driver, and those can be reconfigured to if you're driving in sports mode or if you're in winter mode. They're configurable to how you want to drive. All the vents and metal touches are cool to the touch. Again, we wanted them to have an authentic feel, very tactile. And in the rear of the car, there's great space, and it's a very luxury experience driving when you're either driving it or when you're a passenger, and seeing that sweeping architectural wood sweeping around the whole interior. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight into the design of the new XJ.